Thank you everyone for joining. I think as Padmo was saying, it's very hot. I wanted to say that grab a coffee and sit, but probably that's not the time to for a coffee for students from Australia. Let me start by saying that this session is about only about Australia, where we talk live with current students. We have alumni as well. We are happy to have the participants who have joined us from different locations. Thank you very much for taking the time out to be here with us. So before we begin, let's be comfortable and relaxed and ask questions whatever you have. We are here to take all your questions. It can be a silly question. Sorry, nothing is silly. Everything is important to know before you move to any new country. Um, Let me give you a small introduction of what Ask a Student is about and why we started this. So I am Annie. Along with my team members, we will be hosting today's session. I'm being a part of this amazing Ask a Student mission-driven platform for almost 4 years, and we will make sure today that the session is engaged and informative for you, all of you, and practical as well. So at Ask a Student, we believe that the best guidance come from those who have actually lived the journey, and that's exactly what is about today. Where did it start from? So Ask a Student was founded by an international student who personally experienced how confusing and overwhelming studying abroad can feel, especially when you don't have access to honest and first-hand advice. Ask a Student was born is a community-driven platform for students and by students, where prospective students can connect directly with current students and alumni across the world. So our mission is very simple. By 2028, we want to empower 1 million students globally to make informed higher education decisions. So what you can do with Ask a Student, you can go to the website, you can ask questions in a forum, which is a chat-based forum. And the uniqueness there is that you can get answers only from current students. You can book one-on-one personalized calls with these current students. So my team members will also be supporting from the background, sharing the links and taking your questions, and we make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Let's introduce Mani and Padmo, and they can share their journey with us, which will be very insightful. And I'm very excited to hear how their Australian journey came along and how it is going.
Okay, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Devika, and Gaurav. So let's start with Padmo and Mani. I think this is the most important part of our session where we want to hear from you. Like, how was your journey? Anything you want to add, and that will motivate our students and parents who have joined. Anyone can start, either Padmo or Mani. Over to you all.
I can start first if that's okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Padmo. And I'm recent graduate from the University of Melbourne. So last last month, I just graduated from my Master's of Management Marketing from UniMelb, and that was my second degree in Australia and UniMelb as a whole. I did my bachelor's here as well, taking Bachelor of Arts, majoring in politics and international relations, and minoring in media communications as well. So how I kind of decided on studying in Australia was actually decision influenced kind of by my relatives. Like I saw a lot of like my cousins or like uncles like having studied here before, so I kind of wanted to um, experience it myself. I've also like during my childhood, I also kind of grew up here for like 6 years, so um, Australia was a place for me like at that age where I was already kind of familiar with things, and so um, and obviously because of the high standard of education, like I wanted to um, go here for my studies. So overall, I studied in Australia itself for a total of 4 years because my first year was still COVID, so I still had to stay at home. And overall, I would say like it was a really, really good experience, both on the academic and campus life side of things. Um, I think academically, I can only speak for UniMelb, but I think like it's great, really good uni to go to. I think it has a good balance between that theoretical study and also um, like application as well. Because especially like when you do like business economic subjects. Like you do a lot of group work where you kind of apply real life skills that would be useful in the working world. But on the campus life side of things, also I had a really good experience at Uni Melb. I think one of the best things about it is that there's so many like student societies and clubs where for literally like any kind of interest or any cultural background. So um, you can really find um, a good community pretty easily, I would say, in Australia. And I think if you need additional support, there's always like or UMSU International, the student union, creates events um, for you to be able to like meet new people and make connections. And lastly, during my time here in Australia, like I've had several internships. So, and those internships are both derived either from job boards that I searched up and applied for myself, but also like through uni sourced internships as well. And yeah, that's also another thing that I would add from, if you guys are looking to study here, like I think finding work experience and internships would be really valuable. And I'd say they're generally pretty accessible here. Thank you.
Padma,
Thank you.
congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and you mentioned you did both degrees. You did bachelor's as well as master's in Australia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you do your bachelor's? The same University of Melbourne?
Yeah, University of Melbourne as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Got it. I was just curious.
Yeah, over to you, Mani. Thank you so much, Padmo. It was great to know about more about you. We have some follow-up questions. Definitely we'll ask, but let's hear from Mani. Mani, are you there?
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Mani. I'm from India. So I finished my Master of Engineering in RMIT. So my specialization is mechanical engineering.
When your
So if
voice
I have
is
to,
maybe it's just for
Yeah,
me. When your voice
yeah,
is
yeah.
little, yeah.
For
Can
me
can
is
you?
better.
Yeah.
is it a little crack or something?
Can you speak a little louder, or maybe your headphones are not in the mic of your headphone?
Just one moment.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Hello,
Yeah.
Yeah.
am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
This
it's
is.
better.
Yeah, I just changed my mic right now. So I am Mani, I'm from India, and I finished my Masters of Engineering in RMIT. My specialization is mechanical engineering, and if you ask me how I choose Australia,
Mm.
to be honest, I've studied until my bachelor's based on my scholarship, so I never had to pay any fees or anything, and I don't have any funds to support my education. So I had to go for education loan. So when I wanted to take an education loan, I had to go through universities or countries which will give you the same value of my fees, which I don't have to work along. So at least my fees should be covered by the banks itself. So I had to go through every country which is allowing me to do that. So there are two places where we can flexibly go. That is, one is Europe and the other one is Australia. Australia will help you. Australian universities are recognized by many banks in India, which will give the total fee amount with uncollateral loans. If you have a person who can give you a support to your document, that's the only thing that needed. No need of a property or no need to give you any collateral or anything. You can just get a loan to your education for Australian universities that are major universities, not everything. But you have the support for Australia and European countries, as you know, those are free education. So these led me to Australia, and I choose RMIT because when I was going through coursework, not just because I just saw the uni is better and all. When I'm joining, I was always reading the coursework because I'm always a free study. I do my studies just on a whim. Like when I feel like to study, I study, or else I just go do some fun activity or something other than that. So I had to go through the coursework. What are the things I need to do? What are the level of academics I had to perform and everything. In Australia, there is a pass grade that is 50%, no matter what, not like 35% in other places, it's 50%. If you don't get your 50%, you're gonna be out of the college for sure.
Okay.
So when I went to RMIT, the coursework's most of the 60 to 70% of your coursework is always on assignments. So if you perform well in your individual work, whatever you're gonna study or whatever you're gonna study on your own, it will be easy for you to go through there. So I had to go through the number of assignments I had to do, and I had to see the structure of the course and everything. That made me decide RMIT is a better future for, had the better prospect for me. And connecting to communities, yeah, every college in Australia had the communities for sure. Yeah, any event that happens in India, you can get it here, like Onam, Republic Day, Independence Day, everything had a celebration here. And even Diwali or anything, you have every celebration you can get here. You will have your communities, you'll have your Facebook community, Instagram community, or a college community. Whatever you're gonna do, you can just search for them and you can connect with them. So
And Mani, that is pretty helpful. And which year you are in? So I missed that if you
uh,
already spoke.
I finished my graduation.
Finished it,
Okay, you have
finished it.
also finished your graduation. Congratulations. Okay,
Thank you.
so both, we would love to know what's your plan, how the market outlook is. We'll come back to you, both of you, with those questions.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mani and Padmo. It was great to know. I have a couple of questions. First, let me check with Padmo. Uh, Something that I would like to know, or maybe most of them would like to know, is that from an Australian employer perspective, how valuable was your prior work experience from your for your with what you got from your home country, and what do you think? What was the additional value did Australian internship or part time work add to your profile? I hope you got my question.
Yeah, so like I would so from in my case personally, like I'm currently like still in the process of trying to um look for employment at the moment. So because I just recently graduated. So after I
Mm-hmm.
finished my bachelor's, I kind of went straight into my master's.
Mm-hmm.
But just from like, you know, from conversations I had with people already working here, like definitely that experience, like um yeah, just like internships or whatever, like in an Australian kind of office or workplace environment re would definitely help, especially if you're an international student, because it definitely kind of gives you like it shows to the employer that you have understanding of uh whatever industry that you're in, like how it would work like in Australia, and it also like in a not only just in a professional aspect, but in that the office like environment, like you know how you're able to adapt to the culture of working in Australia. And I think having those internships really kind of proves to the employer that you have that experience already. So yeah, definitely would be a huge asset.
You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Got it.
So
Got
you
it.
meant to
And
say that the yeah, go ahead, go
go
ahead.
ahead. You know, go ahead. I was just, no, no, any go ahead. I was just moving to money.
Yeah, no, I meant to say that you meant to say that having a experience from your home country definitely adds value. That's what Padmo was trying to say.
yeah, and
So
also
So
like and also locally as well, like from Australia.
yeah, I think Mani want to
as
say something. Do you want to add?
Yeah.
yeah, as a STEM engineer, I can just say STEM student.
Yeah.
It doesn't help much.
Okay.
It
That's
has a
what I want.
value, but it doesn't help much.
Hmm.
If you have like more than 5 to 10 years of experience back in India and you have the complete skill set, that's gonna be a different story. But if you are
Okay.
just doing for 1 or 2 years and just coming abroad with that kind of experience, it doesn't help you very well, I can say. But
Okay.
the connections you're gonna make in your as a student, or how well you are using your experience back in India. So that is what that helps you. Like anywhere you come from, if you have your communication and connection, it will be most useful. Because
So basically, this.
right now I'm working in like production department in Walkinshaw.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been like completely secured an engineering role yet, but I am in process development and production operation roles. So generally, I've secured this due to the networking I've done after my graduation. But if you've done that in your before graduating itself, it will be more helpful, and it will boost your
Mm-hmm.
employment opportunities.
I feel definitely the skills is what that you will take to the new country. The skills is that is going you're going to take more than anything else. So I have one more
Uh,
question to both of you. You are saying something?
After all the skills, the major thing is gonna impact is like the networking you do.
Networking.
Even if you
Exactly.
don't have skills, it should be fine, but as long as you have the networking capability of the right people you're gonna take.
Yeah.
That's what helps in coming abroad, or
Agree.
increasing
I
your
totally agree to that. Networking is a
skills.
key
Yeah.
skill. Yeah. I have one question, both of you, one by one can answer. So, if you could go back to the first 30 days of Australia, I'm sure that you have that memory now. It's because you have already passed out. So, if you go back to your first 30 days in Australia, what is the one thing you would do differently to settle faster academically and personally? Because that will help the future students who have joined today. That okay, I would have done this better. Something like that. If you have something, Mani and Padma, both of you can speak on this.
Hmm.
So I would say start networking.
Start networking. Okay.
That's it.
What about you, Padma?
Um, I would say like I think like I came here like in 2022 when like the borders just opened for the first time for like post-COVID. So like, you know, I think me personally when I came here, like I was just super excited to just finally be in Australia and to be able to study here in person. But like I think maybe what I would done differently is um like I guess kind of slow down a bit and really kind of like plan out how I intend to kind of I guess live my life here as a student. Because I think like the most important thing, um, like when you're studying abroad, especially for the first time, is like that time management and that organization of how you're gonna stay on top of your academic commitments, but also like your life commitments as well. So like I guess like yeah, I guess what I would kind of do differently is just make sure that, I have kind of set up myself for the next couple of months, and organize like what I need to do or like when I should study, when I should do other things. So like, yeah, that's probably one thing I would change.
Got it.
Okay, thank you so much. I think it was great to know. Gaurav, do you want to add something?
Um, no, I think that's great. That's early days are very important, where I think Amber also plays a role. Securing your accommodation can really help. If you don't have an accommodation and you land in a new country, you're living in Airbnb or any hotel, you are eagerly looking for a place which is affordable for a student. So those definitely Ambers can really help. Um, so we can start with question and answers
Yeah.
from students now. Guys,
Yeah.
please feel free to post your questions in the chat or just raise your hand, and our team member Sonal will call your name, and then you can ask your questions.
Yeah. You can either write it in the chat. We also have some pre-asked questions. We can take that as well. So I think Sonal, it's over to you now.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Gaurav. So we have already questions in the chat box from Manoj. So Manoj, do you want to go ahead with your question?
So you can either
Okay, so I
unmute or yeah.
yes.
If otherwise, Sonal, you can just read out.
Yes. Okay. So Manoj wants to know how is the workload, study load as a student compared to India? Like Australia is a new place for them, so how to handle these?
Uh,
I think Money
so
can
I'm
answer
from
that.
India,
Money can answer.
so
Money
I
can
can
He's
answer.
in
say
mechanical
with
engineering. Yeah, go ahead.
pretty much confidence. Like it's compared to India, it's very less. But
Okay.
this is something you have to manage on your own. Not like you have your teacher to teach how to write the assignment or how to place it. You will have your material in front of you, and you have your classes, whatever the logic was. You have to finish the assignments to on your own. And before you come to Australia itself, you can just whatever course you're joining. If you go to the university website, there will be detailed assignment deadlines already that are posted online. And here there is one thing that I observed is like they will not stress you out very much. So if you happen to lose any, if you can't meet any deadlines of any assignments, you can discuss with your professor or course coordinator, and you can try to take extension if you have any problem in finishing the assignment. And there is so much peer-to-peer help in Australia, where if you don't find any, if you have any problem in finding a solution, or if you can't get any programming done, if you can't learn from the basics, or if you don't have the basics of that subject particularly, you can try to improve from peer-to-peer connection, and there is a lot of library support that can be done.
Got it. Got it.
So
So in other words, the what study load is lower than what we face in India. And
yeah.
even in that case, you face any situation, then you can still talk to your professor, or you can take help of your peer-to-peer network, peer-to-peer, your seniors, perhaps. That's what you're saying, and
Yeah,
then you can sort out.
peer-to-peer network is something tricky. You will get from your seniors. Sometimes you will get from the same classmate you're gonna get, or
Hmm.
sometimes you will get an assistant professor who is already working, or PhD student if they have. They will let you build the give the resources of what you need to learn from the start. So if
Okay.
there is anything you don't know at all, they won't teach you just the doubt. They will give you the way how to do it.
I see.
So it's not like they just give you the answer and say, yeah, this is the answer, you just go ahead. They will just give you the process of how to do the answer. And if there is any problem in finding the way, they will help you in the way in between. They'll
Got
give
it.
the guidance of how to take the directions or what are the things you're missing out.
Got it.
So that's a little bit different compared to the Indian studies that I have done before.
Got it. Got it.
So
So
Thanks.
There is
that,
one. Yeah.
Yes,
Go
so
ahead,
we
Sumi.
have one add-on. We have one add-on question from Manoj only. So he wants to know, like, after reaching Australia at University of Melbourne, is it possible to get some scholarship? I think Padmo, you can answer this.
Yeah, so with scholarships, definitely you can. To my knowledge, like you can, like, let's say like you get accepted, and then you can, if the uni hasn't like sort of automatically offered you a scholarship already, maybe based on like your high school test results or whatever, like you can browse like the uni's like scholarship page, and then you can kind of find which one suits you, or like which ones you'd be eligible for. But I think like also once you're already a student, let's say you're like in your second year, or maybe you've done your first semester already, like I think you can still try to like apply for them just as long as, you're eligible. Um, so with the scholarships, what I do know about is that there's two types mainly. So like there's one that's kind of more like hardship or disadvantaged, um, or like yeah, those kind of things, or like um another one's based on like, exceptional like results or academic performance. So yeah, definitely that's something that you can look into. Pretty much for any uni, you can just try search up like the uni's name plus scholarships, and then they should take you to a page where you can kind of browse and learn more about the scholarships like at that uni.
I have one follow-up question here, Padmo, and to both of
Yep.
you, if you're aware of scholarship. So, is there any common mistakes that students make that lead to missing out on scholarship opportunity? Is there something you feel they have to take care, or is there very common mistakes that students here can know? Like
Uh,
how? Yeah,
so
go ahead,
this
Mani.
is the only thing that I've seen my friend gone through that. So missing out on scholarship is nothing but you're gonna fail all the subjects. When you fail the subjects, that is the only time you're gonna miss on scholarship at all.
Okay, even the
Because
deadlines.
not because of the deadlines. If you
Yes.
miss any
Okay,
deadlines, you're free
clear
to
concept.
extend the deadlines discussing with your professor when you have any hardship
Hmm.
going on or when you have health issues or anything at all.
Okay.
Even if you can't manage the workload, you can adjust the workload for sure. But the only time my friend lost their scholarship is because they couldn't keep up the percentage at all. I told you that right? It's 50% for the pass. So if you can't
Okay.
get your 50%, you're gonna fail the subject. So if you fail multiple subjects in multiple times, so that is
Hmm.
the one moment when they lose. And the other one
Okay.
is like when the guidance from the what do you say, the consultancy you have, because
Yeah. They are not
my
aware
friend
of.
yeah, there was a friend who is studying in Monash University. So she what happened is like she didn't attend the classes for first 15 days
Hmm.
because she didn't get the visa. There is online available at that point. It's in 2023, so 2024. So there was like online classes available, and she didn't get her visa, and she is in the visa process, but you need to attend online classes, but which that is not informed by the consultant, and she didn't check the university schedule as well. So when there is no information prior, so she missed the first 15 days of the classes completely. So when it comes to the end, you didn't have the attendance of the subject itself. So if you don't have the attendance, the percentage of the attendance is 70%. If you don't have that, you need to defer the course completely. So when you're deferring the course completely, you're gonna miss out the scholarship what you're getting on the complete course. So she lost 57 percentage of scholarship she is getting, and she had to reduce it to 22% after next year.
Oh God. I feel
So
also keeping the academic
she had to pay the revised academic fee, not the
fee.
same one that is agreed before, because she deferred all the course itself.
Got it.
Yeah, I think keeping the academic score constant is also very important to maintain have that scholarship till the end.
Yeah.
University
And,
usually asks to keep the
great.
scores.
And
Just
I
only
think
thing
that's
is you just have to pass, not like you have to get 90% or 100% for sure. It's just like you need to keep up your percentage in a way above average where you can not not to stress about the 50% you're gonna clear the subject or not. And even if you miss out on one or two subjects, it's fine. But complete missing on the complete course is gonna be a bad news.
yeah. Yeah.
And some
So
people
this
tend to work part-time more and leave out the attendance. But some universities where they're gonna study like UNIML, Monash University, and there are some other universities which stress on attendance. If you don't have the compulsory attendance, it's gonna be problematic.
uh, yeah. So in short, even if you got scholarship, ensure that you are fulfilling all the requirements of the scholarship. Otherwise, university may ask you to pay a revised fee, which will be higher, and you might not have the funds at the right time.
Yeah.
That's very important to know. And this 50% requirement to pass the subject, it's across Australia. So Padmo, you have the same requirements, 50%? And 70%
For
for attendance?
passing or like
Passing,
yeah,
yeah,
so
for passing.
yeah, so passing grade is 50%, and
Okay,
then attendance, I think at Unibub is a bit higher. I think it's about 80%, but it would depends on like the course or like subject.
got it. Got it. So 50% is across, it's an Australian system, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Australian system says 50% for sure.
Okay, that's important. Okay.
Over to you, Sonal. We have a
Thanks,
couple of
Mani
questions.
and Padmo, for sharing this insightful uh, view. So now we have Suhani. She has raised her hand. Yes, Suhani, you can ask your question.
Good
Suhani, you can,
afternoon.
yes.
Yeah, go ahead,
So,
Swani.
ma'am, like which city is best for student in terms of cost?
In terms of cost, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they both are in Melbourne, guys. How do you
Yeah.
see Melbourne? How costly you see it? And if you got a chance to live in any other city from the cost perspective, what would you recommend? Top one or two cities that you would recommend?
To tell you honestly, across Australia, it's the same pricing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bit
I
of
was gonna say the
what
same as
100
well.
to $200 difference per month.
Okay.
So it's not a big amount to differ. It's based on what kind of study you're gonna do and what is your long-term goal in Australia is.
I see.
So if you are looking for PR and everything, you need to focus on regional areas like Perth, Gold Coast, Wollongong, or something like that. If you are looking for your student life balance, you can select cities like Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, where you have city life and you can have nightlife too, where you wanna explore your cultural views and everything.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
if you come to the payment, it's gonna be, if in Indian rupees, it's gonna be 10 to 12,000 rupees per month. It's
Okay.
not. It's gonna be much when you come when you look in Indian currency, but when you come to Australia, it's gonna be the same amount.
I see. So there's not big difference. I think Padmo, you were saying the same thing that
Yeah, just
not a big
yeah,
difference.
yeah. Like I would pretty
The
much
only
agree
thing
with
is,
what
if you
Manny
don't
said.
pay for the accommodation, you need to pay for the food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Padmo, go ahead, please.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to just pretty much add like it's um Mel I get relatively speaking, like Melbourne is quite costly to live in, and it's pretty much similar across most cities in Australia. Well, from what I've heard, like I think Sydney might be even more expensive than Melbourne. So just on a cost perspective, but yeah, but even if you decide to go to Perth, Brisbane, Adelaide, like it's still going to be quite costly regardless. Like it's pretty much the same across the country.
Got it. So, Suhani, no good news for you. It's the same.
I think
Uh,
it's always a major concern among students and it will really help them to
Yeah.
decide. Yes.
yeah.
Just
Okay.
one
So
thing is
let's,
like rather than going for accommodation expenses, just go for the course whatever you are looking for in the university.
Correct.
yes.
That's more important. Got it.
Yeah. That's how it's going to shape your career as well. Okay.
So, okay, let's take the question from Arnav. He wants to know what was the hardest adjustment you faced as an international student in Australia. Money, you can answer.
Facing the weather in Melbourne.
Oh God, it's very hot now.
Nah, not about the hotness. Like Melbourne is a place where you get different weathers on the same day. So
Okay.
Okay.
you will get 40 degrees in the morning and you will go 11 degrees in the night. Sometimes it will be the first day I was like thinking it's around like 14 degrees to 16 degrees in the night. So I was thinking, okay, it's nice. I just go for a jog outside. So when I went outside, it had like a hailstorm and the temperature dropped to 4 degrees in like what half an hour or something. From like 14 degrees to 4 degrees in half an hour. It's like a nightmare to me on that day when I went outside. I don't have a phone, I don't have anything, and I had to stand
Okay.
alone in hills.
Yeah.
So something students have to be prepared of
Make
the
sure you
weather.
bring more cold clothes and sunscreen.
Suns.
Okay.
Okay.
It is must. Padmo, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think like for
Padma.
me, I'd say my biggest adjustment was like I guess like trying to stay on top of like uni. I because like when you yeah, like because like when you especially going abroad, like at a uni like UniMup, like there's just so many like opportunities that you want to explore, you know? So like for me, in my case personally, like I really wanted to get involved in like um like student organizations. So I joined several here, and then I also wanted to do sports, so I did that as well. So like, it's very easy to kind of be tempted by like just how like the amount of things that are like available to you because like you just want to explore everything right when you're um going abroad and studying abroad for the first time. But yeah, just like adjusting to that time management and making sure that, I put in my best effort into everything I got involved in, but also like making sure that, my uni, my grades like were still of a good standard. Like I think that was my biggest adjustment, but in the beginning, but over time, I managed to to figure it out. But it's definitely like something that will be a challenge for most people, like when they first move abroad.
Thanks for this great insight. So now let's take a question from Lakshman. Lakshman, do you want to go ahead with your question? Okay, I can read. So, will there be guidance on how to handle academic requirements, where to find study materials, and how things work academically? As a student from India, many of these systems are new to us, so it would be helpful to understand how support is provided during the initial period, apart from journal orientation and
Correct.
connections.
So as soon as you get into the uni, you will have a section called like Student Hub.
Okay.
In RMIT, there is a student hub. Mostly in every uni have their own student organization, and you'll have online contact support where you can directly contact with them on how well you're getting, how to go to peer-to-peer monitoring. If you have any doubt, you just go to Student Connect and just speak to them. Any doubt you have, anything regarding attendance fee or assignments or library, you can't find a material, you need any support, you just go to Student Connect. That's it.
And Mani, what is Student Connect? Is it peer to peer?
It's not just peer to peer. You will have a location in uni where
Okay.
everything you need help with your uni, it will be available in Student Connect.
Okay.
If you are an international student or if you are a regular student here, whatever you're gonna need, or if you wanna give complaints or anything you need, the only Student Connect is the board which will help you to monitor everything.
I see. And
And
do you also
this
have
is
an
different from the
international
student
student?
club you're gonna get.
Okay. And do you also have an international student center? Because a lot of these universities who have a lot of international students, they do a dedicated international student support center where all
So that
the
will be redirected from the Student Connect.
okay, I see. For your university. And for Padma, how are things at your university?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. So like so at Unimob, like we have this thing called Stop One. So that's pretty much the same like what they have in RMIT, where it's pretty much like this one stop center where you can literally like ask them about like any kind of queries that you might have. So when it comes to like academic stuff or um, library resources, study materials and stuff, you can ask them for advice. But I would say like on top of that, like um, especially like when you doing your first year, like your lecturers and stuff would kind of like guide you through the process, because knowing that you're kind of using the interface like for the first time, so they might be, they might give you more assistance or more help in trying to navigate the learning portal, or like how to use the library resources and stuff like that. So like yeah, like it's usually like pretty easy to kind of
Yeah.
to find this information when you need it.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of support is available.
Yeah.
You
Just
just need
only
to
thing
access
you need
them.
to do is ask. That's it.
Yeah, you just need to ask. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you for
Sonal?
the support speak. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Yeah.
Thanks. Now we have Mohammed. Mohammed has raised her hand. Mohammed, you can ask your question.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes.
you are.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I am Mohammed and I'm currently studying as an 11th grader here back in India. And first of all, I would like to thank Miss Annie for, inviting me to this meet. It was really thoughtful of her. And second, I just have to say both the speakers, I am really grateful for the insight that I've received by far. You guys are really thoughtful. And yeah, as I said, as an 11th grader, you guys can expect my question to be more theoretical rather than practical, because I still have a bunch of time left with me when I cross that bridge. So yeah, I guess
Mhm.
my question is, if and how did the program that you both have done relate to your previous studies or the workspace that you both are in currently? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Sorry, like, are you talking about
Yeah.
like what I studied in high school, you mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I think like for me personally, like I think maybe because I already had kind of like I already knew what I kind of liked at the time, which was studying humanities and which I ended up doing for my bachelor's. So like I think it did have a little bit of crossover, but I think what I guess I'm trying to pursue now, which is like marketing, like I didn't really do any business subjects in high school. So yeah, like definitely there was that sort of, I guess, evolution in my interest, which I kind of discovered like during uni as opposed to in high school. But I think regardless, like some of these things, some of the subjects I took in high school, such as like um, economics or history, like it's still like pretty relevant um, going into like uni and afterwards. So yeah, that, that's how it is for me.
Yeah.
So I could say, from my point of view, I could say like I've studied mechanical engineering as my bachelor's before, and I finished the same in my master's. So coming to 11th grader point of view, I would still more focus on like what I wanna be in life.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
yes, I was in a point where like yeah, what do I do? I go for NASA or do I stay in ISRO where I serve the India like that? So, similar to that, like right now I'm doing similar kind of job where I'm manufacturing Ram trucks, you can say automobile.
Okay.
But, there is a long way to go till the space exploration. So
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Again, thank you so much. And yeah, I think that was my question.
Thank you, Mohammed. Yeah. I think Sonan, you can take over.
Yes, thanks. So now we have a very common question among students. So these are pre-asked questions. So how easy is it to get a part-time job in the beginning when you reach Australia for your courses and programs?
So you want a real answer or fabricated answer? I'm
We
not
need
asking.
Real,
we need real answers, definitely.
this session is all about reality. So let's speak real
Yes.
things.
So to be pretty much sure, after COVID, it's a little hard. I
Hmm.
don't say it will be a walk in the park when you got started. You might ask to get references, or you just have to ask your seniors or anyone in your community, just refer me to a job or something like that. That will be very easy to get. And if you want to go for walk-in interviews, that will work as well. But with all the hard work and skills you have, you need to have a spoon of luck to get it, to get a perfect
Hmm.
one.
Yes, for me, like I pretty much agree with what Manny said. I think definitely there, what I would say is like there's a lot of competition here in Australia for like jobs, even like part-time jobs. Like there's still quite a bit of competition and um yeah, just kind of having the luck to kind of find trying to land a position in like a place that where they're hiring or um and that sort of a role that you have the right skills for. Like it requires a bit of like alignment and luck and coincidence. But I would say definitely like it's something that requires effort and it's not something that you can just easily come by. Like you kind of need to work almost as hard to land a part-time job as you do for like a full-time one, just because of how many people will be applying for it. Um, and also just like one more thing, like it's also an issue of like cost of living as well. Like businesses are always trying to like, you know, keep things slim, keep things as um as minimal as possible. So like to consider hiring someone and adding that expense, you know, it's yeah, again, it's got to be just the right timing and the right fit.
Yeah. And I'll also ask Adya's question, which is in the chat. Does networking help you in finding the job? And Adya's question is how important is the networking? But I also, based on my experience, I know that getting a job, even the part-time job, networking really help. So if you guys can answer both questions together, that does networking help in finding a job, and how important is networking?
I think there is one more question there, Adya saying, which is any tips on how to
Okay.
network?
Yeah. And how to
I
network.
think, yeah. Is there
And
any tips?
just for everyone, because we are 7 minutes over our time, over our decided time, so we will keep things fast now. But we will. Anyone has a question, just raise your hand now, because we will be finishing it soon.
So, real-time answer on networking. That's the only thing that helps you land a full-time or part-time job right now in Australia. And the kind of networking you do, everyone has a different style of networking. Some people will go for the profession they wanted to do and go to the companies that have. Take the people in there, connect in and text them, can we meet for a coffee and then discuss further or just do the background search and text them like I'm looking for an opportunity in this company or there is a availability I saw in the company already and can you support me in that way? So that kind of things are the ones that are already people they are doing it. And as I can say, I finished my master's in 1 year before, and I couldn't get into mechanical engineering completely. But my friend who was like working a part time in a fuel station, that's called Reddy Express, he managed to get his full time done from the same networking he is doing. He did networking in a way where he used to ask the customers what do they do or how do what sort of work they are into, and ask them what are the opportunities there are in the company, and he did that kind of networking and it worked. So you need to find your way of networking or communicating with people on your own. There are sometimes there are some events going on the uni where you can go to the business people, you can interact with them. Or fun fact, you can even network from Student Connect too. You can just go to Student Connect and see if there is any opportunities that are available already. There is a uni website where you have the job vacancies that might be part-time, casual that are there. You can take from there. Some people network through professors, like connect with the professors and ask them like what are the companies they know in Australia and what are the opportunities available there if we can refer you based on the project you've done with them. So there are
Yeah.
completely different types, and you need to find your own way of doing it. That's the only thing I can.
And
Yeah.
also which field you are in, right? Every field requires different sort of networking, perhaps. Engineering
Yep.
would have different, doctors would have different, and humanities would have different way of.
Just only thing
Net-
is based on your personal standing. If you are an
Okay.
introvert, you just like to text to LinkedIn. If you are an outrovert, you can just go to people and
Go out
ask.
for a coffee.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it.
based on your preference, that's it.
Reference. Got it.
Yeah. I think
And
Padmo can
but
also put.
yeah.
Yeah, so like I like networking definitely is almost essential, like to kind of not just land a position, but just to kind of also help you get ahead as well. I would say like in terms of like the job search, I think it's very useful, not just to kind of land you the position, but also like sometimes you connect with someone and then like just like the advice and the insights they're able to give you from someone who's been working in the industry or maybe was in your position several years prior is really helpful already in itself. So I think like through networking, we can just become more knowledgeable about the job search process and our industry, which will increase our chances of landing that full-time position. So definitely it's super duper important. And I think for my advice would be like, you know, your network can genuinely like come from anywhere. So like even places you wouldn't think would count as a network technically does, because as long as you know someone and you have sort of a relationship with them, or like that counts as a network because you know people, let's say you meet at a sports club or like a student club or something, or from your classmates, like, or maybe just even from your social groups, like friend of a friend, like they could potentially be, working in that industry or pursuing the same industry as you are. And, maybe if they learn something, they can be a reference for you. So my advice would just be like expand your network as big as you possibly can. Like, you know, whenever, get involved in things and, connect with people, say hello to them, and then that's gonna be like, as the wider your network is, like the more chances you'll have of like potentially discovering something that you might be interested in. So
Thank you, Padma. I'm just adding my 2 cents. What I understand, both of you, when you said about this networking. So, what I understand is that networking is more about having an open conversation with that person, like, understanding their journey and not only asking them, can you get me a job or sending a LinkedIn connection, but not having any real intention. So, it's more about having an open conversation, listening to them, what they're saying and what are the challenges they face. That's how you build connections. Just my 2 cents.
yeah.
That's true. If you
So
want
another,
to hear a real story, I had a friend who was going to IT, and he was in a coffee shop where the company people come and work there. And they used to discuss the projects, like four people used to be there, and they used to discuss about the projects in the coffee shop. And sometime at one point of time, the team leader tend to listen to that conversation. These people are discussing about ID. He involved, and he landed job for four people.
okay.
So
All right.
it will
So it's a real
be
life story.
funny, but it's just like your own way of doing this. That's
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah. Very, very smart. Right. Okay. So I think there's one question which we can quickly take and then we can wrap this up. It's from Manoj. Currently, which branch of engineering is better for job? I think, Mani, you're in STEM. So which branch of engineering would you recommend based on Australian system?
Money can be biased here.
Nah, I'm not gonna be say I'm not gonna go and say mechanical engineering because there are no mechanical engineering companies here right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So after COVID, everything is transferred to China. Only thing that is available right now is architecture.
Okay.
Architecture. Okay.
So if you are a civil engineer, you might have more opportunities because there are more constructions that are going in Australia. If you are in mining, that will be a great help because Western Australia is completely a mining industry.
How about computer
Uh,
science, data science?
Computer science and data science, I will go for big data analysis or something like that. Because like data analytics is one thing, like I'm not sure which branch the Azure comes to, but
Mm-hmm.
I see Azure ads every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Azure is a software that everyone wants to work with, and cybersecurity is one thing that has their potential.
Got it. Okay. Got it. All right. So I think we can wrap this up. I have a question, final question from my side, and then Sonal and Annie can wrap this up. So based on your experience, how would you rate Australia as an study destination for international students? So 10 is the highest you can give. Padmo, we start with you.
okay.
What rating would you give to Australia?
I think my experience so far studying here, I definitely pretty high. I would say around a 9, maybe 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I think the main reason for that is like Australia is a really good place to kind of, you know, have that good like study and life balance. Like, it's there's enough going on that you can kind of explore and, try new things, but also like it's not too like chaotic or hectic, that you can also just kind of relax and study and lock in when you want to. So there's that good balance. So definitely I'd say maybe 9.
That's high. That's great. Great to know. Money, what's your rank rating?
You want me to rate Australia as a study destination?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will say, are you looking in a full-time perspective, or it will be based on the view you're doing. But in my way of thinking, I would say around 7 or 8, because I'm gonna give 10 if you're coming here just to have fun, have your experience and go back to India. I'm gonna rate it a 10. But if you're gonna have to stay here and gonna do work or whatever you wanna do, you need to put your hard work at all completely.
Got it.
The thing is, as I told before, with all the skills you have, with all the communication you have, whatever hard works you're gonna be in, you need to have a spoon of luck to settle in any day. So if you have that spoon of luck, it's gonna be a 10 on 10. If you don't have that spoon of luck, it's gonna be 7 or 8. That's it.
Got it.
Got
Very
it.
interesting. Very interesting.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting to see that education, when it comes to education, you guys say that it's not a lot of load. You have a lot of support from your university. You can study, you can score well. But when it comes to finding job, settling down, you need to put a lot of hard work, networking, finding jobs, and I think performing well in your at your workplace. That's where you should put a lot of focus on, right?
It's like if you I can say like when I'm saying about luck, because there is a company I want to go for walk-in interview. So the company didn't allow me to come and walk-in interview at all. And the same company allowed another guy who I met on LinkedIn, and he went to the same company and he secured a job with walk-in interview. Don't have any interview call or anything. Just take your resume, go into the company, and you take an interview, and you land a job.
Okay. So
Mhm.
luck.
So,
So as per you,
so,
luck plays a lot of
so
uh, is an
the
important
spoon
factor.
of luck is gonna be a deciding mark in the end, but not your entire journey. It's never a waste of time, whatever you're gonna do.
100%.
So, but it's gonna the luck is gonna place a final part. After all the hard work you're gonna do, the luck will manifest itself. So you need to do that work for sure. So to do the work, Australia is the best place to do, because Australia, they mainly focus on mental strain. Generally, anything you have on mental strain, you can talk to any number of people. Every company has their own mental health department. Every college has its mental health department. If you can't even face the workload, you can defer the semester itself if you have any issues with your health. So
Right.
that's kind
So
of
mental health
stress-free.
comes first for us in
Yeah.
Australia. Okay, good to know.
So they mainly focus on a stress-free environment. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So it's
Yeah.
time to wrap up.
Yeah, thank you so much, Padmo and Mani. I think we already got a feedback in the chat saying that thank you for sharing your honest tips. I think that is what Ask a Student is about. We want students to be well informed before they take any decision. So thank you for joining. Even Devika from Amber, thank you for sharing your tips. Thank you to all the participants, and we will be sharing more details over email. So if you want to talk more, you can definitely reach out to Padmo and Mani, and we have other students as well. So let's stay connected, and thank you and have a great weekend.